Good evening, it's Rob Yates, CEO of Tetrakey here, on episode number 29 of 260 Facebook Lives that we are bringing to you in 2017. Tonight I've managed to go and get the year right, because previously I've been led to believe I've been saying 2016, so 2017. Tonight is a bit of a game changer. We're going to give a bit of the game away, actually. If building businesses and becoming successful is a game, tonight we're going to give away one of the biggest secrets. And that is, if there's only one thing that you could study to be successful, what do I believe it would be? So we'll come on to that in a minute. Other things I'd like to mention, our free Selling Success program, some 2 to 2.5 hours of high quality material. It's taken me a long time to build, a long time to get edited. It's not been cheap to do, but the link I'll put in the comments at the end of the Facebook Live tonight when I finish talking to you, or you can go to the top of the Tetrakey Facebook Live page. It's pinned at the top there. There's a little video and a link where you can go and engage in that Selling Success program. The feedback I've had so far from the people who are taking part in it is they're loving it. In fact, one of their biggest frustrations is they want part 2 quicker. Sorry guys, you'll have to wait for a while. As with ever, your ticket to the game, your demonstration of gratitude for all of these sessions that we're delivering for you is to click share and click like. In fact, click share twice and then click like, so that you're seen as a leader in your environment, your community, by sharing high quality information to the rest of the world about you. We have a YouTube channel. Please go and click subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. And go and press that little heart button on Instagram if you're watching us on Instagram this evening. So welcome. So what is this thing? Any ideas? I mean, if you've got an idea, you could put it in the comment section beneath. Because you see, there's many different options of things you could study to be successful. And there's lots and lots of myths and make-believe out there as well in terms of what it is you could study. You could go down the business school route, which would give you all sorts of factual, strategy, theoretical, business model, linear type thinking, blinkers on in terms of being successful. We could talk about marketing. In fact, many coaches do talk about marketing, business strategy. We could talk about execution. We could talk about sales. We could talk about profitability, anything, turnover, to talk about selling a business. I mean, there's 1,000,001 things we could do and we could study, but you see, almost all of those things, if not every single one of those things, hinges on one thing. And so if there was one thing for you to study that would be the difference, to make the difference, this is what I believe it to be. I believe that you need to go and study people. You see, no matter what it is you do in business, it does not matter. You are a person and you are selling to people. Now, I brought this up in a talk the other day, and so but we're a B2B or a B2G business. We sell to businesses, or we sell to the government. And that's fantastic. Of course you do. But who exactly is it that signs the contract? You see, because even if you do sell B2B or B2G, somebody signs the contract on behalf of that business or behalf of that government, the people you're selling to. And so no matter who it is that you're trading with, you need to understand what makes them tick, what makes their brain work, what are the barriers that get put up in front of them, and what are the things that take down those barriers. And at the same time, even if your business is 100% online and you have less than 1% engagement with your customers, let's just say you're trading on eBay or trading on Amazon, even that requires a whole load of thought about who your people are, who your customers are, how they are, when they're likely to purchase from you, why they're likely to purchase from you, what their price points are, etc., etc. But let's just say, even if you're doing that, you're still going to go and need to engage with people in terms of who do you purchase from? Who does the work for you? Who works with you? Who works for you? And so at every single aspect through 360 degrees of your path to success, even if your definition of success is to be the world's best parent, best husband, best wife, well, that's still somebody else involved. And so through 360 degrees of this path to heightened success are people. At every single step there's people, and the more you can get to understand about people, about what makes them tick, about what makes them work, about what puts barriers up for them, the better. But here's the problem. Every single of the 7+ billion people on planet Earth is completely and utterly unique. I mean, yes, we've got lots of similarities, commonalities, shared interests, passions, whatever else, but every single one of us is unique because, you see, every single one of us has had a different life leading up to this point in time, a series of different life experiences, and even the life experiences that we've shared, we've experienced to be slightly different, and therefore our thought around that experience is slightly different. So how do we go and learn about people? Well, I mean, you can read books. The problem with a lot of book reading around people is people often want to clump groups of people together and say this sort of person would do this and this sort of person would do that, and here's a group and they will act in this particular way. And some of that does have a place, but also all of those things are outdated heavily. Almost the moment they're published, those things are pretty much out of date. Somebody's come up with a different theory, a better theory, or a better concept. We can go on training courses, and I'm a huge fan of training courses, by the way, because they're live and they're real, and you get to have a face-to-face engagement with a lead professional with decades of experience. You get to bounce ideas and questions off them, and good lead professionals won't have fixed ideas about how it is people tick, because they will be clever enough to know that there isn't any one way of figuring it out. Of course, there's coaching, but here's my big tip for you. Here's the thought that is one that makes me keep going, and that's the concept of people watching, but people watching with purpose. You could even say people perving. You know, you could say that being sat in a coffee shop on your own or in a bar on your own is for losers, or is lonely, or is boring. Maybe sat in an airport on your own. But how much information can you pick up about people just by doing that? You see, the more information you can pick up about people, the better it is you're going to be able to provide products and services for them. The better it is you're going to be able to match what it is you have to offer to who and how they are. The better you'll be able to communicate with your workforce, your loved ones, and the better you'll be able to understand yourself as well. So that's exactly what I want you to go and spend some time doing. I want you to spend some time getting to know people better. If you find that all people have lots of commonalities, you're not looking deep enough. I mean, somebody I heard of the other day spent some time just having a little peek at people's phones as they were using them in an airport to find out what apps they were using. You know, when they're sat there and bored, are they engaging on Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter? Because those people that were being observed fitted part of this person's client group. They engage in spending money on social media. And what's the quickest way in finding out what's working the best? Is to observe people and find out what they're actually using. And here's the thing, if you ask them, you're not going to get the same answer as if you observe them. If you ask them, you're going to get a pre-rehearsed script. You're going to get something that they'll say Facebook because they believe they should say Facebook. And yet if you observe them in stealth mode, so they don't know you're observing them, you'll actually get to see what they're really doing, what they're really engaging with, without any pre-rehearsed script. And you can then go and use that to inform your practice. So the one thing to study is people. And now you could say, well, Rob, what about the rest? You know, profitability, margins, management accounts, marketing, sales, product design, design thinking, strategic management, leadership, blah, 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 blah. You see, that's flawed thinking, because if you need to go and do some marketing, well, let's go and observe somebody or two people who are amazing at marketing, model what they do, copy it, and go and do it for yourself. If you want to model a great leader, go and find one, model how they behave, what they do, when they do it, and go and copy them. You don't need to read it from a book. And it really can be that simple. You see, we've been brainwashed to believe it has to be hard. We have to go to university, we have to go to school, we have to study hard, we have to take notes, we have to do all this stuff. And the reality is that the most successful people in the world did not do that. They simply solved a problem that they had and other people had, and they knew it was a problem because they'd observed those people and what it was that was causing them pain. So here's your challenge. I said last night, each Facebook Live is going to have a challenge link to it, and we're going to tell you about how we do with the challenge as well, because we're going to do it at the same time as you next week. And we'll do that in terms of a blog or a Facebook update, or not something in Facebook Live anyway. So the challenge: go and spend 30 minutes in a coffee shop or in a bar on your own. Don't engage in your mobile phone, don't engage in a book, don't engage with anything other than maybe making some notes on what it is you're seeing around you. What are people doing? What are they saying? What are they wearing? How are they walking? How are they talking? Possibly what can you pick up on how they are thinking? And truly get your grips on with modelling people, understanding people. And so that's it. That's the challenge from tonight's Facebook Live. Go and find the Selling Success course. There is, in terms of this Facebook Live activity, some great hints and tips in the Selling Success course at the top of the Tetrakey Facebook news feed. It's pinned to the top. You'll find it. You're clever people. If you've got our newsletter, you'll have been invited to take part in the Selling Success course for free. And if you want a copy of our newsletter, please come and email me, info@tetrakey.com, and I'll ensure you get the next copy. And I'll put the introduction or the invitation, for the Selling Success course in the comments section beneath this. I'll also write the challenge in there as well, and you'll find attached in the comments to this Facebook Live session is the opportunity to go and download our book as well. So lots of opportunities for you to up your game for free, courtesy of us. The only thing we ask is that you demonstrate your gratitude by clicking share and clicking like, and in particular clicking share. And you do that at the moment that you're watching it. And apart from that, just spend the next 24 hours being the very best version of you. The version that I know you are, the amazing version. The version that stands tall, stands proud, has that feeling of confidence inside them, and gives respect to the rest of the world. So be amazing, and I will see you late next week. You've got the joy of Mark Hopkins, my founder, doing Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday nights this next week. And on Thursday night, I'm going to be joined by a guest from the UK, a friend, somebody who's been a colleague, and somebody who's a client at one point in time. Dave Foley is flying in from the UK to spend a week with me in South Africa. So that's what's happening next Thursday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with Mark, so enjoy. So have a great weekend, be amazing, and I'll see you next week.